Hello there, we're back today with war number 7 of season 25. This time my alliance is going up against KenOB, and obviously, that's a tough matchup. They're one of the best alliances out there, and then they're consistently getting top 3 and, obviously top 1 most leading alliance ever. So it's definitely a tough matchup ahead for us. We are looking to make a comeback after our poor performance against ISO 8A. So obviously everybody wants to put on a good showing this time around. To start things off, I have this weapon X on the second node of path 2 in section 1, in which I have to keep an eye on my hits on my combos for medium lights and heavy attacks so that I don't give him the passive fury. Obviously this is a good placement for weapon X period, but with the Bulwark global modifier it makes it a little more tricky, in which sometimes if I don't have the damage over time applied to him, or if he's not on cooldown on the protection, that my special 2 is not going to do as much damage. Obviously that's all on top of his unblockable and unstoppable abilities, and right there I was a little bit anxious in trying to throw my special 2 when he still had a few seconds left on his unstoppable. I thought that I had the right timing to just intercept his dash and then be able to throw my special 2 and then land on him, but that didn't really happen, and that put me in a pickle for this fight. Right there I threw my special 2 even though I wasn't able to put the blade on him to stop the protection from coming back. However, I was already getting back the control of this fight, and then just a few more hits here I should be able to finish him off. So definitely after that shaky start, I'm hoping to get a better fight here against this Black Widow on Footloose at the intersection of paths 4, 5, and 6 in section 2. I brought them for this fight because he's pretty good to control the unstoppable and evade charges that she gets every time that she throws a special. Obviously, you also have to keep in mind that she has her own passive evade charges, and you would not want to do a full combo against her, otherwise she can intercept you and find an opening to land a full combo. Right there I was too close to her and wasn't able to fully evade her special 2, but thankfully Doom is such a tank that he was able to take some of those hits and not lose too much health. And right here I was able to get her to my special 3. So getting that Doom cycle in, draining her power, trying to bait her special 1 always, because I got a little bit traumatized from getting clipped by her special 2 at first. Getting those parry and heavies most times so that I can apply my stagger, and then she can throw her specials and I won't be pinned against the wall having to deal with the unstoppable or the evade charge. And then right there I got back to my special 3. I'm going to throw that special for the big damage, and there shouldn't be a lot left on her health for me to have to finish this fight off. So again, a shaky fight, but I'm all healed up and ready to tackle this Nova on path 5 on the first node that has Ebb and Flow, Intercept, and Sadist. So obviously I was trying to find any openings for my Intercept, and right off the gate I tried to dash at him, and he was too passive that he just closed his block and got that beautiful parry on me. Obviously with Nova you want to either nullify his fury so that he can intercept him, or if you intercept the first time there's always the chance that he can auto block you. So obviously I didn't want that to happen, and his passive damage ends up stacking a lot, and I didn't want to run into the risk of being too low on health. I've been able to manage his furies here with my staggers. Right there he got that fury because I think he had activated his unblockable, and that was nullified first. But I got to my first special 3 here just to not keep holding that for too long. And even though I don't have my intercept and my full damage here, I figured that throwing my special 3 would be good, so that I can then push him to the special 2, drain some of his power, and then I always find it easier to bait his special 1 over the special 2 because the timing can be tricky, and if you end up eating that special 2, it's going to be lethal. Right here I'm still trying to manage his furies, baiting his special 1s, and I think this right here is going to be the chance that I baited his dash in, and then I was able to intercept, and luckily I already had my special 3 bank, and then my damage will be pretty significant and not, you know, reduced a lot by the protection from this path. So with that special 3 in, I'm just going to go for the Doom Cycle here. A couple hits on him, and then 5-hit combo. Throw my special 1 to drain some of his power. I believe he's going to throw that special at me. Nope, he dashed in, and then I tried to get a few more hits in. His protection came back up, but then I threw my special 2 for those incinerates and get some more damage in. I figured that at this point I should have just played safe. I evaded the last part of his special 2 here, but then a few more hits and then he will be taken care of. So right here I waited into the morning to clear my remaining fights this war. Since I had taken a few hits on both Warlock and Doom, I figured that I wouldn't try to heal up while I was heavily boosted. This Immortal hook is not too much of a challenge for Warlock. Once I can get him pinned to the wall and then I can bait his dash-ins to intercept, it should be a pretty straightforward fight. He was pretty irregular here at the start of the fight and not, you know, hitting me, or he was trying to land heavies a lot and not throwing his specials, so that delayed the fight a little bit. However, once I got that out of the way, the fight was in a better situation that I can just keep baiting my intercepts and then throwing my special 2s for the bigger damage, and then chipping him out little by little until I can get that solo. Right here I make a mistake that I thought I had the proper spacing to hold my heavy attack and then get the bleed on him before I throw my special 2 to, you know, get him near the threshold to trigger the immortality. However, once he parried at me and I used my heavy attack because of my assassin's mastery, I was able to kill him and not have to deal with the immortality. And for my final fight on this war, I have this Killmonger on Ebb and Flow Intercept, Redoubled Determination, and also the Crumbling armor node. The latter doesn't really impact Doom because he's immune to armor breaks, but this is a challenging fight because not only you have to find the room for intercepting, but Killmonger, as you can see here, he's pretty trigger happy with throwing his special 1s, and that makes it a lot more difficult that if I had dashed at him and wasn't able to get my intercept, he would have gone unstoppable, and then that would have been nasty for him having the opening to go back at me. So I also noticed that my shocks are getting purified a lot faster, and I'm left with either doing a 1 or 2 hit combo before I throw my heavy attack to apply the armor break on him. And again, he keeps throwing those special 1s at me, which is not ideal. I wanted for him to keep throwing special 2s instead, so that I didn't have to deal with his unstoppable on the block. I have banked here to my special 3, and I've been just waiting for an opening to do my intercept and have the normal damage. But at some point I just figured it's better for me to go for my special 2 and not wait too long, so that then I can do my Doom Cycle and be pretty close to another special 3. And as you can see, the AI behavior here is so awful that, you know, he's so passive, and then whenever I tried to intercept, he was just punishing me. But I got lucky with one of the intercepts connecting, and then I threw my special 3. Once that finishes, I'm just going to go for my Doom cycle, but I think I was so nervous on how this fight was going that I delayed for a microsecond in starting my cycle, and then he was able to evade. Luckily, he didn't throw his special 3, or that would have been the end of me. And just to make sure that I get a lot more damage while I have my Fury on me, I threw that special 2 for the incinerates, and from here on out I'm just going to play it very safe because I don't need any more intercepts. I just need to make sure that, one, I don't keep him on his reverberation status, but also that I don't eat any of his specials or by some reason miss my parries. But luckily he's out of the way, and I can claim another solo for this war. I'm excited to announce that our alliance did win this war. Obviously it wasn't our cleanest one, but in comparison to the previous war, we definitely stepped up our game, and KenOB had a few mistakes and some issues with disconnects as well. However, this is a huge win for us. It helps us stay strong and motivated to finish out the season. So a huge shout out to all the people that put in the effort to make this a winnable war for us and keeping the plan achievable and getting that win. So congratulations. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed this video, or if you haven't, please let me know how I can improve, and then I'll see you on the next war for this season.